Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Apollo Tubes Limited Q2 FY2026 Investors Conference Call, hosted by Axis Capital Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Darshan Mehta from Axis Capital Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Swapnali. Good evening, all. This is Darshan Mehta here, and I welcome you all on behalf of Axis Capital to APL Apollo Tubes Limited Q2 FY2026 Results Conference Call. From the management side, we have Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Rahul Gupta, Director, Mr. Deepak Goyal, Director Operations, Mr. Anubhav Gupta, Chief Strategy Officer, and Mr. Chetan Khandelwal, CFO. I will now hand over the call to the management for their opening comments. Thank you, and over to the team.
Thanks, Darshan, and thanks Axis Securities for hosting us for our Q2 earnings call. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for attending the call today. We are glad to announce our all-time highest quarterly volume EBITDA PAT financials for the Q2 in a very challenging environment. Why I say challenging? As you all know, that the businesses in India, they suffered from heavy monsoon, extended monsoon, and especially construction material sector, which remained pretty weak because of low construction activity across the country. APL Apollo performed on two fronts, which is quite commendable. Number one is the sales volume recovery in Q2 versus Q1, which was supported by strong capacity utilization in our Raipur and Dubai plants. And secondly was the expansion in EBITDA margins, which took our EBITDA spread above 5,000 rupees per ton for the quarter. Now, this was on account of three main reasons. Number one was the brand power of APL Apollo, which we are able to demonstrate in the EBITDA spreads of general category, which have almost doubled to 3,400 rupees per ton in last 2 to 3 quarters. The selling price for this product we increased in January of 2025, wherein we were brave enough to take a call that we need to increase our pricing by 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per ton, which we did, and the market has absorbed that over the last 9 months, which is clearly visible from Feb to September financials of this calendar year. Second reason for margin expansion was the value-added mix improvement, which is mainly coming from our Dubai and Raipur plants, where the EBITDA per ton for these plants is above 5,500, 6,000 rupees per ton. And lastly, the operating leverage gain, as the company is generating 850,000 ton plus volume. There are a lot of costs which get optimized at all the fronts, which also aided our EBITDA spreads. Now, first half into financial year of 26, we are fairly confident that we will be able to meet our guidance, which we gave in the Q1 call, which was 10 to 15% volume growth and EBITDA spread of 600 to 5,000 rupees per ton. Second half normally is always better compared to H1, as monsoons are over. There is a lot of certainty coming back on the global trade front as well. So given that second half should be better than H1, and if GDP of India surprises positively or performs better than expected, who knows, we may even do better than our guidance when we close the financial year. The another positive we want to highlight is that India is seeing adequate steel supply in last 4 to 5 months, which is good for downstream companies like APL Apollo, especially when we are country's largest steel buyers. Our strategy to expand capacity in international markets and Eastern Indian markets remain intact, which gives us confidence that we will be able to grow our volume in double digit over the next 3 to 4 years on CAGR basis. Lastly, on working capital front, our working capital days remain in single digit, in fact 0 as at September 2025, which boosted our ROC upward of 32-33%. And we believe that this is a sustainable ROC number, which we will keep on showing in years to come. That's all from our side. Happy to take questions now.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Sukrit D. Patil from Eyesight Fine Trade Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Good evening, the team. My question to Mr. Gupta is, as APL Apollo continues to scale volumes, what strategic vision do you see driving the next phase beyond just growth towards deeper market leadership or ecosystem influence? Yes, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Sukrit. Sukrit, our strategy is very clear. Right now, we are close to a capacity of 5 million ton, and in the next 2 or 3 years, we are going to build up the capacity of further 7 million ton. Out of 7 million ton, there is 1 million ton capacity in Middle East. We are putting one more plant in Abu Dhabi. तो वहाँ पर हमारा कैपेसिटी 1 मिलियन टन हो जाएगा. 6 मिलियन टन इंडिया होगा. 6 मिलियन टन में भी वी आर पुटिंग वन प्लांट इन गोरखपुर एंड ऑफ कैपेसिटी ऑफ 2 लाख टन पर एनम एंड वन प्लांट इन सिलीगुड़ी कैपेसिटी ऑफ 3 लाख टन पर एनम. तो ऑलमोस्ट दिस 5 लाख टन एंड 5 लाख टन इन दुबई. अभी 7 3 So 7 lakh ton in Dubai and 5 lakh ton in East market. This is totally new area for us. So we don't see any challenge in this area. Number 2 is the existing setup. We are doing almost close to 3 million ton, and we are targeting to our to take to this quantity to 5.5 million ton. So in this we have a lot of strategy कि हम काफी product mix we are developing the lot of product mix, lot of new type of products like recently we started our 1,000 square mill. Roofing we are building some capacity roofing product also. So just we need a tailwind की थोड़ा सा हमको tailwind मिल जाए तो we achieve this capacity very soon. Maybe नहीं तो एक आधा साल ऊपर नीचे मेरे को उतना कोई बड़ा चैलेंज I don't feel.
Okay, great. And my second question is to Mr. Khandelwal. I believe he is on the call today.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So my question is regards to margins, especially in a volatile input cost environment. Looking ahead, what internal levers or cost management plans do you the most important, and or do you have in place?
We are working on the three front more. One is the power. Power में how we reduce the unit per ton also and the cost of the unit also. Both the area. Some is on the freight factor where we substitute the like जो transportation हमारा एक area से दूसरे area में होता है because now we are all across the country we have a plants. तो हर प्रोडक्ट जिस मार्केट का जो प्रोडक्ट है उसी जगह के प्लांट में बनाए उसके लिए कुछ हम मिल्स को भी रीसप्लिंग कर रहे हैं जिससे हमारा फ्रेट कॉस्ट भी लाइक इस क्वार्टर में हमारा 1900 रुपीज पर टन के आसपास फ्रेट कॉस्ट है वी आर टारगेटिंग एक दो क्वार्टर में इसको 1500 तक ले आएंगे एंड नंबर 3 ऑन द फ्रंट ऑफ द आवर ये सैलरी कॉस्ट ये वी आर टारगेटिंग कि आज जो हमारा सैलरी है 5 मिलियन टन तक एक मिनिमम वेजेज हमारा बढ़ना चाहिए ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बढ़ेगा तो वो अब 5 मिलियन टन जैसे अचीव करेंगे तो वो कॉस्ट भी हमारा काफी जो अभी 950 के आसपास चल रहा है माई टारगेट इज टू ब्रिंग डाउन टू 600 रुपीज पर टन तो आ जाएगा 600 रुपीज पर टन के आसपास लाने का है इसको
ओके सर थैंक यू बहुत ही बढ़िया गाइडेंस एंड आपकी टीम के लिए फॉर द नेक्स्ट Q3 के लिए सबसे बेस्ट ऑफ लक
थैंक यू
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Sneha Talreja from Nuvama. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening team and many congratulations on great set of numbers. Just couple of questions from my end. Firstly, wanted to understand the EBITDA per ton increase on a quarter-on-quarter basis while we understand ESOP costs is missing. But if at all you all can quantify what are the other reasons for margin improvement.
So Sneha, it's a mix of three things. One is the gross margin improvement, which is around 200 rupees per ton. That's on account of our brand premiumization and improvement in value-added mix products, right? So 200 rupees per ton is coming from there. And then 200 rupees per ton is coming from operating leverage benefits as we surpassed 850,000 ton of quarterly sales volume. And 100 rupees per ton was on account of lower expense which we booked in quarter one for ESOP. In Q2 it was not there. So this is the breakup of 500 rupees per ton improvement in EBITDA.
An extension to your answer and above, you are also estimating your second half to be better. That means your operating leverage should further kick in. So if this is a base level EBITDA per ton of 5,200, you're still guiding for a number of 4,600 to 5,000 on the EBITDA per ton level on an annualized basis. Any reason why you would want to maintain that or not upgrade the EBITDA per ton number? I'm not asking for volume number because while I understand environment is not such, but on the EBITDA per ton purely, where you have already hit for 5,200 and assuming there's no one-off here.
क्या है कि वी हैव लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर कब हम जब कोई किसी गाइडलाइंस को घटाते हैं तो हमको बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर आता है सो वी डोंट वांट टू इंक्रीज अवर कोई भी गाइडलाइंस अभी हम इंक्रीज नहीं करना चाहते हैं बट दिस आई एम वेरी श्योर कि 10% सुपर ग्रोथ मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 3.5 मिलियन टन प्लस का वॉल्यूम हमारा पक्का होगा और ऑलमोस्ट 1700 करोड़ का जो EBITDA टारगेट हमने लिया है उसको पक्का बीट करेंगे और अगर टेलविंड हमको साथ में मिल गई तो फिर गॉड इज ग्रेट
Perfect, sir. I think that answers. Just one or two more questions from my end. Firstly, on the demand front, are you seeing any improvement happening with respect to government capex? Any on-ground green shoots that you can see? Because compared to other companies' result, we can make out that there is market share gain at this point of time. But purely on the demand perspective, any green shoots even at this point of time where you can see? And secondly, with respect to spreads, just finishing it because your spread has further gone up between the primary and the secondary steels, which doesn't seem to be impacting you at this point of time. But how do we see the spread going and impacting you on ground in any way?
First, the matter of demand है. Demand में very frankly हम saying कि demand में ऐसा कोई boost up हमको नजर नहीं आ रहा है. But due to our brand leverage, due to our size, due to our systems, we are sustainable. हम sustain कर पा रहे हैं और हम bullish इसलिए है कि जो ये second half, first half जो गया है is very bad on the all three fronts. Demand कम थी, steel prices downward पे थे क्योंकि extra steel capacity हमको लगता है कंट्री में आ चुकी है. नंबर 3 मानसून काफी लंबा था इस बार. नंबर 4 इस बार जो बाई चांस जितने भी हॉलीडेज थे इस ढंग से आए कि आगे पीछे का काफी दिन उसने खराब कर दिया, लाइक दिवाली, दुर्गा पूजा, वॉट एवर द हॉलीडेज. ऐसे मिडिल ऑफ द वीक और बिगिनिंग ऑफ द वीक थे कि लंबे हॉलीडे हो गए. तो पुलिस ऑफ दिस फ्रंट की मेरे को नहीं लगता कि इससे भी ज्यादा कुछ खराब हो सकता है. हाँ, अगर डिमांड क्रिएट होगी तो वी आर गोइंग टू रॉक. I'm just giving my guidelines. I'm just giving. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm just giving my guidelines with the existing जो अभी scenario चल रहा है. Like in this month also we are going to do 270, like 270, 275, 265, 270, 75 के आसपास ही करेंगे. But from November we are taking a target of 3.25 lakh ton per month. November and December की this quarter we are going to अगर थोड़ा ये सिस्टम ठीक रहा तो I think we hit 9 lakh ton. बट अगर 9 लाख टन नहीं भी कर पाए तो मार्जिन में वी आर वेरी श्योर कि हम अपना इबिटा को जरूर पूरा करेंगे.
Understood, sir. That flavor was really helpful. Lastly, sir, on the spread front, for primary and secondary cars, that has been inching up. Any way impacting us on ground?
Yeah. So we have made some strategy on this point in this subject. Now our APL Apollo brand is not going to talk with the secondary material. हम उसको देख ही नहीं रहे, हम उसके बारे में कोई टॉक नहीं कर रहे. We launch another our brand HG Premium. वहाँ पर उस ब्रांड के साथ थोड़ा सा 10,000 टन वॉल्यूम, 50,000 टन वॉल्यूम से लड़ रहे हैं कि अगर उसमें देखते हैं क्या उसमें स्ट्रेटेजी हमारी काम करती है. क्योंकि अपोलो ब्रांड में हमको पतले से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ठीक है, ग्रोथ उसमें ज्यादा ग्रोथ लेने में दिक्कत आ रही है इस लाइक ऑफ प्रीमियम पे. लाइक अगर आप मार्केट में चैनल चेक करोगे तो टुडे अपोलो इज हायर देन ऑलमोस्ट विद ऑल द अदर ब्रांड्स 3,000 रुपीज मिनिमम. अब मे बी मैक्सिमम 5,000 to 6,000 रुपीज पर टन अपोलो प्रोडक्ट इज कॉस्टली इन द मार्केट. और सेकेंडरी जो ये प्रोडक्ट है इस टाइम पूरा क्राइसिस में है, उनके प्राइसेस इतने लो हो चुके हैं कि दे आर लाइक क्राइम ऑल ओवर द इंडिया. तो उनका कॉस्टिंग उनका साथ नहीं दे रहा है. स्टील में कैपेसिटी एक्स्ट्रा आ चुका है तो स्टील प्राइसेस भी नीचे जा रहे हैं. तो आई थिंक दिस इज अ गुड सिग्नल फॉर अपोलो.
Perfect, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for all the questions. For the best team.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Agrim Kanunga from AT Investments. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations for a good set of numbers. I would like to ask that, as it was mentioned in the PPT, that we plan on spending 1,500 crores to expand the capacity. So this is a question that how do we plan on financing this? Is it going to be through internal accruals or external sources?
100% will be funded from internal cash flows. If you look at our operating cash flow to EBITDA, that's like above 90%. So this will help us to fund 100% of capex.
Okay. And just one brief follow-up. My second question is that what's the long-term vision of the company and what would be the projected EBITDA margins that we can expect over the next 5 years?
But for 5 years, we are talking if everything is well. Maybe we touch 10 million ton. Right now we are preparing for 7 million ton. फिर कुछ we are going for outsourcing also and कुछ नया कैपेसिटी भी लगाएंगे when we cross 5 million ton. And EBITDA margin I don't think कि 5 से maximum spread बढ़ेगा तो 6,000 तक चला जाएगा. आज इससे ज़्यादा कमिट करना मुश्किल है. 1,000 रुपीज प्लस माइनस भी चल सकता है. I don't know what is the scenario आगे रहेगा.
Yeah. Just one last question. What is the current capacity utilization across our different plants? And yeah, that's all. Like
70%. We are right now
Okay.
5 million ton capacity. We are going to do this year 3.5 million ton. So 70% capacity utilization we are running.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Aditya Walekar from Axis Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. So my question is with respect to the safeguard duty which was proposed by government. So with the 12% safeguard duty, the downside to the HRC prices is slightly now limited. So does that help us in whatever we see, the inventory, destocking, restocking? So with the volatility to the downside limited, will it help us going forward? Because these safeguard duties for next 3 years. So this is a positive read-through for us. Is that understanding correct?
Yeah, 100% you are correct. Like right now, the HR coil for the month of October is close to 46,000 rupees per ton, landed Ghaziabad or anywhere in the country. Or if we do any import with the duties, it's cost us to 52 or 53,000 rupees per ton. So this is not possible to import anything outside of the country, और import हो भी नहीं रहा है. Whenever there is a steel capacity is more, अभी local demand कम है, तो maybe और 1,000 रुपए प्राइस नीचे चला जाए, 1,500 चला जाए. इसलिए जो अभी तक रीस्टॉकिंग हो रही थी फर्स्ट हाफ तक, अब मेरे को लगता है वो भी रुक के डिमांड क्रिएट हो जाएगी.
Understood, sir. And my next question is on a long term, means you have touched that we may go up to 10 million ton capacity, and in the slides also we have projected that the structural steel tube market will grow by 10% CAGR by 2030. So, means what are these long term demand drivers? Do we really foresee that this market will go up to that quantum by 2030? Means consistent double digit growth, 10% CAGR from FY24.
Boss, market is already there, but in India there is a biggest problem. There is a one secondary material is there, which is a very low quality material, and थोड़ा बहुत उनका low cost होता है, तो वो धीरे धीरे people are काफी aware हो रहे हैं ब्रांड के बारे में, अच्छे मटेरियल के बारे में. तो वो मार्केट जैसे जैसे खत्म हुई तो 10 मिलियन टन बहुत आसानी से पहुंच जाएंगे. अगर नहीं खत्म होती है तो मे भी एक आधा साल ऊपर नीचे में ग्रोथ तो आ ही रही है.
That's good to hear, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Kumar Saumya from Ambit Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Sir, couple of questions from my side. So firstly, on the EBITDA per ton, in the general structure, we have seen EBITDA per ton move up from 2,700 to 3,400. If you could please help me understand what is driving it and how sustainable this is.
बस राइट नाउ मैं पहले भी कॉल पर बोला है कि फ्रॉम जनवरी 2025 वी आर टोटल फोकसिंग ऑन आवर ब्रांड लिवरेज एंड द साइज लिवरेज. We spread our margin और pricing from others. हमने दूसरों को देखना बंद कर दिया, तो उसके कारण ये हमारा मार्जिन इंक्रीज हो रहा है. और थोड़ा सा हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क पर भी बहुत काम किया है. हमने बहुत सारे अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को डेवलप किया है इस तरीके से मार्केट को कैप्चर करने के हिसाब से. तो मेरे को जो लगता है कि सस्टेबल है.
ओके, तो वी एक्सपेक्ट कि 3 रुपये से ऊपर रहेगा.
100% रहना चाहिए बॉस. बाकी भी जैसे से और क्वार्टर निकलता जाएगा तो हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल और बढ़ता जाएगा.
Got it, got it. And so today, what is the SG premium volume that we are doing within the general structure?
10,000 to 15,000 ton between
per month.
Per month. Yeah.
Okay. And in this SG premium, what would be the EBITDA per ton that we usually make?
I think we are in almost nil, or maybe 500 minus.
Okay. So in the blended basis, if we are doing 3,400, then that means the rest of the portfolio is.
You can बस यू कैन अंडरस्टूड कि टुडे अपोलो एपीएल अपोलो प्राइस में तो सिंपल वे में बता देता हूँ, ये 54,000 का प्राइस है हमारा, साउथ वेस्ट की तरफ लोएस्ट प्राइस हमारा जो है, और एचजी प्रीमियम का प्राइस हमारा 49,500 के आसपास है।
And sir, lastly, just bookkeeping question. What is the Dubai capacity today and Raipur capacity as on today, sir?
दुबई कैपेसिटी ऑलमोस्ट 3 लाख टन पर एनम। अभी हमारा एक लाइन अभी नवंबर में चालू हो रहा है, एक लाइन हमारा मार्च में चालू होगा, तो उस प्लांट का कैपेसिटी हमारा 5 लाख टन पर एनम का हो जाएगा। वो प्लांट हमारा फुल्ली ये बुक्ड है। वी आर वेरी बुलिश। यूरोप में एंड एंटवर्प में 2 वेयर हाउस भी खोल रहे हैं अपने उस प्लांट के लिए, वन इन लिवरपूल एंड वन इन एंटवर्प। तो वहां से हमारा मार्जिन और एक्सपेंड होना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से। एंड रायपुर का कैपेसिटी हमारा, अगर हम फुल ऑर्डर बुक पे आ जाए तो 1.2 मिलियन टन एबीपीएल और 0.3 मिलियन टन पुराने वाला हमारा प्लांट जो बेंगरी वाला है, टोटल कैपेसिटी ऑफ रायपुर इज 1.5 मिलियन टन।
ओके ओके। एंड यूटिलाइजेशन एट रायपुर सर
70% के आसपास ही है।
एंड दुबई सिमिलर 70-75?
नहीं, दुबई हमारा 85% से ऊपर आ गया है।
Okay. And sir, just for understanding, when we sell our products in Liverpool, say in Europe, from the Liverpool and Antwerp warehouse, so how is the profitability in this market different from the Indian market?
Yeah, we are already supplying from Dubai, but वहाँ पर अगर हम एक वेयर हाउस खोल के सर्विस को और बेटर कर देंगे तो भी थिंक हमारा कि EBITDA स्पेंड जो है 50 यूरो से और बढ़ जाना चाहिए।
Okay, 50 euro, no? Thank you, sir. That is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Onkar Ghurgade from Shri Investment. Please go ahead.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि सर हम लोग ये जो एक सेगमेंट है जो संभव स्टील के लिए अच्छे से ग्रो कर रहा है, हम उनसे प्रेजेंट है क्या, और अगर नहीं है तो कोई इसमें आने का कोई चांस है क्या? प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड कॉइल्स एंड पाइप्स सर।
संभव स्टील का आई डोंट थिंक प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड पाइप में कोई है। ब्लैक पाइप में मैंने सुना है उसका नाम काफी, बट हम वो जो क्वालिटी का मटेरियल बनता है हम कभी लाइफ में नहीं जाएंगे। इट्स बेटर कि मैं अपना सिस्टम बंद कर दूंगा, बट आई नेवर गो टू दिस टाइप सेकेंडरी टाइप ऑफ मटेरियल। वो तो मेरा सबसे बड़ा, ये सेकेंडरी से तो मैं 20 साल से लड़ रहा हूँ, सारा मार्केट को मैं सेकेंडरी से रिप्लेस कर रहा हूँ, तो सेकेंडरी में मैं कभी नहीं जाऊंगा। तो उसका उसमें कॉस्ट क्या रहता है? सेकेंडरी में क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको बताता हूँ, एक प्रॉब्लम समझिए। उसका अपर कैप एचआर कॉइल से फिक्स है, वो एचआर कॉइल से 3-4 रुपए किलो सस्ता बिकना ही बिकना है। एचआर कॉइल का जैसे से कंट्री में कैपेसिटी आता जाएगा, आप आज हिंदुस्तान के अलावा कहीं पूरे वर्ल्ड में आप देख लो, कहीं सेकेंडरी नहीं चलता है। और सबसे पोल्यूटेड आइटम है, आप स्पॉन्ज आयरन से जो बनता है, अगर आप स्पॉन्ज का कार्बन ये जो बनता है उससे वो देखो, और मेरे को उतना डीप नॉलेज नहीं है, ब्लैक फॉरेन के कार्बन को देखो तो बहुत बड़ा फर्क है। अभी आप यूरोप में देखो, यूरोप में आ रहा है, अगर आप इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टील से माल बनाओगे स्क्रैप से, तो वहां पर $100 का प्रीमियम मिलेगा। तो एक मैं थोड़ा सा एनवायरमेंट फ्रेंडली बंदा हूँ, तो मैं तो अब ये तो सेकेंडरी पर तो मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता, क्योंकि बहुत एनवायरमेंट फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट नहीं है। नंबर 2, उसमें एक नहीं बहुत प्लेयर्स है बॉस। आज मैं ये किसका क्या कॉस्टिंग आई डोंट नो, बट जो बाजार से मेरे डीलर से मालूम पड़ता है, हर आदमी रो रहा है इस टाइम में सेकेंडरी वाला। टुडे रायपुर में सेकेंडरी का पाइप अगर बेसिक मान लो तो 37,500 है, उसको 3,000 थिकनेस का एक्स्ट्रा होता है, तो 40 के आसपास रायपुर बेसिक है। 3,000 का फ्रेट पड़ता है, कहीं भी माल भेजना होता है तो 43 के आसपास का रेट है उसका। हमारा एचआर कॉइल ऑलरेडी 45-46 पा चुका है, तो वहां पर मार्जिन नहीं है, इसलिए हमको मार्जिन लेके हम 54 में माल बेचते हैं, इसलिए हमको प्रॉब्लम है। अगर हम जिसका प्रीमियम को मैं सस्ता करके बेच रहा हूँ तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है।
तो आपका बोलने का मतलब है कि ये प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड जो कॉइल है ये भी सेकेंडरी में ही आता है?
इसलिए प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड नहीं आता सेकेंडरी में, प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड नहीं बनता, सिर्फ ब्लैक पाइप।
ओके, तो प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड का क्या कहना है इसके बारे में? आप है ही नहीं इस कैटेगरी में, या फिर मतलब कुछ चांस है?
मेरा कंसर्न नहीं है यार, मेरे को नहीं मालूम उसके बारे में, सॉरी।
अच्छा सर, वो आप कैटेगरी में
क्या दिखाता है, क्या करता है, मेरे को नहीं मालूम है, मैं उसके बारे में कुछ कमेंट नहीं
नहीं सर, मैं उनके बारे में नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, आप इसमें प्रेजेंट है क्या, या फिर आपको इसके बारे में कुछ आप
मेरा तो मेन वॉल्यूम है ये प्रीमियम मैच। कितना अपना प्रीमियम मैच? 2 लाख का हमारा क्वार्टर का सेल है इसका।
जो हमारा क्योंकि जो हमारा प्रेजेंटेशन में आप प्रोडक्ट ब्रेकअप देखेंगे, उसमें जो कोस्ट गार्ड पाइप है वो सारा प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड है।
ओके, वो सारा प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड है।
अब प्री का ऐसा तो अभी इनोवेटेड है बॉस।
अपोलो ने शुरू किया था प्री गैल्वेनाइज्ड।
अब मेरे ख्याल से सेकेंडरी में बनता नहीं है, बट उतना डीप नॉलेज नहीं है, मैंने कभी सुना नहीं।
ओके ठीक है सर, थैंक यू। दूसरा मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि सर आपने नेक्स्ट 3-4 ईयर्स के लिए अभी बोला कि अराउंड डबल डिजिट ग्रोथ करेंगे सर, थोड़ा आप इसमें ज़्यादा जानकारी दे सकेंगे कि डबल डिजिट मतलब कितना, 15-20% एटलीस्ट हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं सेल फ्रंट पे?
10 से 15%। आज की डेट में मैं सीधा कमिट नहीं कर सकता।
10 से 15% नेक्स्ट 3-4 साल के लिए आप बोल रहे हैं
सर? अभी 3-4 साल का नहीं मालूम, बट अभी जो सेटल है उसमें 10 से 15%।
सो ये मतलब बेयर मिनिमम आप इतना तो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, मतलब सिचुएशन कैसा भी हो तो, मतलब एज ऑफ नाउ?
हाँ, बेयर मिनिमम इस खराब सिचुएशन में इतना तो कर ही रहे होंगे।
ओके, और ये एबिटा का आपने जो अभी 1700 करोड़ का इस साल का बोला, ये मतलब जो अब 10 से 15% आप वॉल्यूम का बोल रहे हैं, तो उस हिसाब
खराब से खराब में बोल रहा हूँ मैं।
जी, तो 1700 करोड़ जो आप इस साल के लिए बोल रहे, तो 10-15% वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ का पकड़ के मतलब क्या आपका क्या टारगेट रहेगा? ये इससे ज्यादा रहना चाहिए या फिर इस सिमिलर लेवल पे रहना चाहिए वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ के हिसाब से?
वो टेल विंड के ऊपर है, अभी कमेंट करना मुश्किल है बॉस। और टेल विंड मिलती तो 100% से ऊपर करेंगे।
मतलब वॉल्यूम का ग्रोथ जो है एटलीस्ट उतना तो मार्जिन का ग्रोथ होना चाहिए, एबिटा का ग्रोथ होना चाहिए, ऐसे आप बोल रहे?
इतना डीप तो कैलकुलेशन मैंने नहीं किया है, बट टेल विंड के ऊपर है अभी तो। आप मोटा मोटी जो मैं अपनी लैंग्वेज में समझता हूँ, 9 लाख टन का टारगेट हमारा Q3 रहेगा, 9.5 लाख टन का टारगेट हमारा Q4 रहेगा। उसमें 5,000 रुपये के आसपास का बिकता तो 450, 900 करोड़ और 800 करोड़ आ गया तो 1700 करोड़, मैं ऐसे बोल रहा हूँ।
ये तो आप इस साल का बोल रहे हैं ना सर, 1700 करोड़ का? हाँ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि अगर आप 3 से 4 साल में 10 से 15% का बेयर मिनिमम वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो 3 से 4 साल आगे जाके इतना एटलीस्ट जो इस लेवल का एबिटा मार्जिन है वो आप सस्टेन कर सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ करेगा, बोलो ना। मे भी 6,000 हो गया, मे भी गंदा कोई हो गया तो 4,000 रह जाए।
But to answer your question, EBITDA growth should be higher than volume growth. हमारा बिजनेस मॉडल उस हिसाब से हमने बनाया है।
Yeah, so that's what I was asking. The EBITDA growth should be higher than the volume growth you are talking
about. वो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा, वो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा। हमारा वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ 10 to 15 रहेगा, तो EBITDA ग्रोथ 15 to 20% रहेगा।
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Akshay Cheda from Canada Robeco Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity. So just sorry, but again on this EBITDA per ton only, sir, actually 300 rupees of sequential improvement well taken because of the GP, because of the operating leverage and the ESOP absence. So but then again on this GP per ton has also improved sequentially by 200 rupees. So what defines that? Was there an element of inventory gain in this quarter because sequentially the product mix was adverse? And then, sequentially, yes, the product mix is adverse. So then, and even the ASP has declined sequentially. Still, there is an expansion in GP per ton. So, was there any element of inventory gain, or what justifies this, sir?
Akshay, in fact, there was some inventory loss only in this GP per ton which you are seeing, because steel prices came down, okay, in the second quarter versus Q1. So there is no inventory gain. In fact, there is some inventory loss, right? Minuscule, not too much. Now that this GP per ton expanded because of our value-added mix portfolio, right? Raipur plant and Dubai plant, they both performed pretty well. The volume expansion came maximum from these two plants, and they all and these two plants carry EBITDA per ton of 6,000 rupees. So that helped improvement in GP per ton.
Okay.
And plus our general category product, which we are selling at higher realization, where we got 3,400 rupees per ton EBITDA versus 2,800 rupees per ton in Q1.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Andre Purushottam from Cogito Advisors. Please go ahead.
First of all, congratulations for an excellent performance with all the headwinds against you. Really well done. Thank you. And my question, I just want to understand, Anubhav. See, from quarter to quarter, your realization per ton has come down, right? In line with what you also said that steel prices have come down. Now, you also said that you took a price increase on your general category in January 2025. So does that mean that the increasing EBITDA per ton is also explained by a further drop and a more benign raw material price environment? That's why it has happened. So I'm just trying to reconcile these numbers and get an explanation.
No, because see, whatever steel price movement is there, it is like 100% pass through. Okay. So NSR increase or decrease is the NSR increase or decrease is 100% linked to steel prices. Now, for example, if you look at Q1 versus Q2, our NSR declined by 5,000 rupees per ton, right? And the steel, our raw material cost also came down by a similar level, right? The only improvement in GP per ton is 200 rupees, correct? So in our business model, you will see that steel prices drop or increase leads to same decrease or increase in our NSR. Whatever gap is there, that is on account of our improvement or deterioration in GP per ton in that particular quarter.
So your improved profitability is for the reasons you spoke about earlier, the 500 rupees ton, 500 rupees ton improvement on account of operating leverage, no ESOP cost, and there was one more factor that you had mentioned. So, and of course, your slight change in value product mix. These are the essential explanations.
So let me reiterate the three main. Just to reiterate, three main factors. Number one, brand premiumization, which you see improvement in EBITDA per ton in our general category. Number two is operating leverage gain as we do more and more volume. And number three is improving value-added mix portfolio, which is coming from our Raipur and Dubai plants.
Right. And I just had one more question, and this is a more general question. If we were to arrive at a deal with the US on tariffs, and tariffs were to come down to reasonable levels, let's say 20%, etc., how will that impact our business?
No impact as such, because our international sales to US is taking place from Dubai plant. So from India, it doesn't impact.
Okay. So you don't see any real risks in the next 6 months to 12 months in this business, right?
Except further deterioration in GDP from existing levels.
Okay. So as long as demand remains roughly at the same level as it is now, there is no significant downside that you see.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks very much, Anubhav. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Saurabh Patwa from Ask Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Thanks a lot, sir, for this opportunity. Just wanted to have this a bit broader question on understanding on the EBITDA per ton trajectory. If I see the company from last 10-15 years history, till pre-COVID, our margins used to be over around like 3,000-3,500 range. Post-COVID, I think as the capacity increased and our volumes started to pick up significantly from close to 1.2 million to close to 2 million, our margins improved very sharply. EBITDA per ton. Subsequently, I think while our capacity kept on increasing, I think the utilization level didn't kept pace because the capacity addition was much faster. And that's when the improvement the further improvement couldn't kick in terms of operating leverage or gross margin improvement. Also, we got impacted by the macro environment in terms of realization, product mix at some quarters, etc. How do you see some things changing there? Because in this quarter, from the commentary which you have highlighted so far, it appears that you believe that worst in terms of your macro would have been behind. The capacity utilization has reached a decent number, and the operating level should start kicking in much faster than it would have done in maybe last 2 years or so. Is this a fair understanding, sir? Would be happy to have your thoughts on that, sir.
Saurabh, that's why we always demonstrate this confidence in our business model, that it has the ability to generate EBITDA per ton of 6,000 rupees per ton. Right now, we may not demonstrate this number throughout 4 quarters in a year, but on a blended basis for full year, we always wish to have 6,000 rupees per ton of EBITDA spread. Now, why we say so? Because if you look at, like you said, 10-year history, right? Before COVID, we were around 3,000 rupees per ton, right? Between 2016 to 2020, our EBITDA spreads were around 3,000 rupees per ton. And if you look at our capacity expansion speed at that point of time, it was doubling every 3 years, right? We were expanding our capacities every 3 years. Now, a lot of upfront costs used to come up, right, which used to depress our margin. And 3 years continuously there was demonetization, there was a slowdown in GDP. Then COVID came, right? So that put pressure on our capacities, and we had to downsell our product, right? We had to offer discounts to our channel partners. That's why EBITDA per ton couldn't go up. Now, what has changed after COVID? One is that slowly, gradually, Apollo brand has started to become strong, right? And we have lowered the discounts which we used to offer earlier. And now we are not doubling our capacity every 3 years. Okay? Like earlier, we used to look for 25-30% volume growth. Now we are seeing double-digit volume growth. And now we are chasing profitability. We are chasing EBITDA per ton, because that's what we have built our brand now, right? So we have to leverage on that. And secondly, all the new capacity which is coming up, that's for markets where we are not present, so we don't have to go and offer discounts. Secondly, they are towards the value-added products. Okay? So that's why we are confident that the trajectory from 3,000 to 5,000 rupees per ton in last 6-7 years, and the next 4-5 years, definitely trajectory could be from 5,000 to 6,000 rupees per ton.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot, Anubhav, for detail. Just quickly, so last 3 years, the profit growth, which was slightly below what you would have envisaged, and despite a good revenue growth, do you assume, do you firmly believe that things would not be the same in the coming next 3 years? Probably it should be much higher, right?
Definitely. Yeah, because last 2-3 years again, we were ramping up our Dubai plant, we were ramping up our Raipur plant, right? So there was some negative operating leverage coming from there. And then FY2025 quarter 2, we took a hit of massive inventory loss, right? Yeah. So if we assuming like steel prices cannot fall again by 8,000 rupees per ton from current levels, right? So we may not see the same kind of inventory losses, right? And Raipur, Dubai plants, which were our major capacity expansion in last 3-4 years, so now they are stabilized. The utilization rates are above 70%. We will not have a negative operating leverage again, right, for the new capacities coming up. So that's why we are confident that EBITDA growth now will be superior than the volume growth.
Great. Thanks a lot and all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Nishita from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, please proceed.
Yes. I had a question. What is the split between the Dubai plant and the India plant currently? The volume.
As long as the rate. So Dubai plant is contributing around 8% to the total volume.
Okay, understood. And I just wanted to understand, you mentioned that 9 lakh ton is your target for Q3 and around 9.2 lakh ton is the target for Q4 with the EBITDA per ton of around 5,000 to 5,200. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, understood. That is it for me. Thank you.
If we modify volume, so maybe our EBITDA margin go up.
I'm sorry?
Because we are अगर हमारा वॉल्यूम कुछ कम भी रह गया तो हम अपने EBITDA को काफी सिक्योर करके चल रहे हैं, हमारा EBITDA मार्जिन बढ़ जाएगा फिर. We are not focusing on the volume, we are focusing on the margin.
Okay, understood. So would you like to give any revenue guidance for FY26?
अभी मार्केट उतना समझ में नहीं आ पा रहा है, बट इतना नजर आ रहा है कि वर्स्ट इज ओवर. अभी हम 850 के रेट से चल रहे हैं, तो हमको लग रहा है नवंबर दिसंबर में भी कवर अप कर लेंगे, बट हम मार्जिन को मेंटेन करके चल रहे हैं.
ओके.
हमारा फोकस 450 करोड़ है
in Q3 and Q4 each.
हाँ, तीसरे ऊपर इसको बीट करना है.
Okay, so in Q3 and Q4, the target is to beat 450 crores of top line?
ये bottom line. EBITDA margin.
Bottom line.
Absolute EBITDA.
Okay, absolute EBITDA. Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management will be able to address the questions from all the participants in the conference call, we request you to kindly limit the questions to per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, you may rejoin the queue. The next question comes from the line of Angad Saluja from UBS Securities India. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for taking my question. Sir, first question on, SG Premium launch, how has the feedback been from the dealers on the launch, and, what is the largest strategy here that we are, sort of trying to achieve? First question is around that.
Hi, Angad, there is no logic because we have a spare capacity there, we have a spare raw material there, and जो हमारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क है, जब हम अपना जो मटेरियल प्रीमियम पर उनको बेच रहे हैं, तो दे नीड सब ये कि उनको कहीं कंपटीशन करने के लिए भी उनको मटेरियल चाहिए होता है अदर ब्रांड के साथ. तो फिर वो इधर उधर जाते थे, तो वी लॉस्ट दिस ब्रांड कि भाई तुम इधर उधर से माल मत लो, वो माल भी हम ही तुमको दे देते हैं.
Right. And so dealers feedback उस पे there's no negative feedback or anything from dealers perspective.
वही सेम डीलर है जो अपोलो ले रहे हैं. अगर इफ एनीबडी इज लिफ्टिंग अपोलो 10,000 टन, तो ये मटेरियल 1,000 टन 1,500 टन उठाता है कि जो उसको मार्केट में, क्योंकि आप समझो अगर मेरा मार्केटिंग का क्या सिस्टम है, लाइक मेरे जो डीलर्स हैं 10,000 टन 5,000 टन 15,000 टन 20,000 टन के जो डीलर्स हैं, मेरा कोई सेकंड कंप्यूटर उस पर माल ही नहीं बनाता है, तो उसको भी माल मेरे को भी उसको माल बेचना मजबूरी है, उसको भी मेरे से माल लेना मजबूरी है. मेरा सेकंड मतलब मैं एक डीलर को जितना माल बेचता हूँ उसका टोटल प्रोडक्शन स्ट्रक्चर टू का उतना नहीं है. आई बिल्ड अप माय सिस्टम लाइक दैट कि हम एक दूसरे के लिए हैं. तो उसमें क्या कि उनको 10-20% माल इधर उधर से लेना पड़ता था, या दूसरा कोई ब्रांड बाजार को खराब करता था, तो हमने कहा कि चलो हमारे पास कैपेसिटी भी स्पेयर है, हमारा थोड़ा कॉस्ट लीवरेज भी हो जाएगा, उसमें कमाई नहीं होगी तो हमारा कॉस्ट तो नीचे आ ही जाएगा. This is the strategy.
Got it, sir. Okay. Thank you so much. So the second question, end market demand में sir, any pocket जहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है कि still demand is slightly stable, कि across the board you think कि demand is challenging, और या you think कि अक्टूबर में थोड़ा पिकअप हुआ है किसी स्पेसिफिक चैनल में, like on the ground आपको क्या फील आ रहा है on demand?
नहीं, अभी तो क्लियरली ये था कि पिछले 3-4 दिन से लगातार स्टील डाउनवर्ड ट्रेंड पे था. अब अक्टूबर में आके लग रहा है कि डाउनवर्ड ट्रेंड खत्म हो गया है. नवंबर से एटलीस्ट बढ़ेगा नहीं तो घटेगा भी नहीं. तो जो पूरा चैनल चेक जो है पूरा एकदम खाली पड़ा हुआ है, तो वो डिमांड पिक होना चाहिए. बट राइट नाउ 1 तारीख के बाद से वो आइडिया पूरा लगेगा. अगर वो चल गया, क्योंकि खराब होने को सब कुछ खराब हो चुका है और कुछ नहीं बचा खराब होने के लिए.
राइट.
आज पहली बार मैंने अपनी हिस्ट्री में पहली बार देखा कि इंडियन प्राइसेस, स्टील प्राइसेस आर लेस देन इंपोर्ट बाई 7,000-8,000 रुपीज पर टन. अदरवाइज इंडिया हमेशा इंपोर्ट से 2-3 हजार रुपये महंगा रहता था.
Got it, sir. I think that was also accurate. Thank you so much for taking my question.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Pallav Agarwal from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir, and congratulations on a good set of numbers. Just a question on this inventory. We have had a positive impact of change in inventory. So will any of this reverse in the coming quarters, or or there will not be any impact in the second half?
So Pallav, steel prices are down only, so there is no inventory gain in the first half.
No, I'm not talking about gain. I'm just talking about the accounts, the change in inventory. So about 150 crores of benefit is there, right? So either we have built up inventory or there's been a change in price. So what is actually, what has led to this, amount, this inventory change?
So yes, finished goods stock is down, right? And we have bought some raw material, right, which you see in the P&L.
Better inventory management.
Okay, so we should not see any reversal of this in the next quarter.
No.
Okay, and also if you could just share, I think the capacity utilization you mentioned that Raipur has gone up, I think on a blended basis. So what was it, in the, let's say in the previous quarters, Dubai is at 85%. So what was this utilization maybe in Q1?
So Q1 Raipur was 55%. Right now it is around 65%. Okay, Dubai was 65% in Q1, and now it is touching 80% in Q2.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Sailesh Raja from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Sir, you just mentioned we are focusing more on EBITDA per ton than the volumes. So in the same line, I just wanted to know, within general category, is it possible to share the volume mix between the products where EBITDA below 2,000 per ton and those above 2,000 per ton? Has there been any change in this mix compared to last year, same quarter or last quarter? So what is our long-term strategy here?
So that is already given in our presentation, no? The product mix with EBITDA per ton breakup.
No, sir, within general category I'm asking. Within general category, so we have reported around 3,200 in the first half. So within that category, can you give the mix where EBITDA we might have reported below 2,000 per ton and above 2,000?
उसमें सब हमारा एक ही होता है, उसमें कोई ऐसा 2-3 कैटेगरी, जनरल कैटेगरी में हमारे पास कोई 2-3 कैटेगरी नहीं है, सब प्राइसिंग एक ही होता है. So हमने जब दाम बढ़ाया था, हमारा प्राइस बढ़ाया, when we increase our pricing, it was increased for the whole lot of general category. which starts from range 20 square to 180 square, 150 square.
Okay. Sir, one more last question. Our cash generation is very strong, even after considering capex and dividend. I'm assuming 20% payout. We would be still generating average of 400 crores per annum for next 3 years. So we would be sitting with 1,200 crores of excess cash. So what is our strategy here? Is there any plan to increase dividend or buyback? Also, if you see our payable is 2,300 crores. So instead of holding cash and we have I think fixed deposit also. So instead of getting yield of around 4-5%, can we pay upfront and get more discounts? So what is our strategy here?
Yes. First, our strategy is to remove the liabilities from the book and get some more discount from the suppliers.
Okay.
Number 2, we go for the capex. जो हमारा capex अभी 7 मिलियन तक का डिक्लेयर है, बाकी 10 मिलियन टन तक में 1.5 मिलियन टन कैपेसिटी में को लगता और लगाना पड़ेगा. 1.5 हम आउटसोर्सिंग पर जाएंगे तो 10 मिलियन टन तक का वो दिया मतलब बाकी और जो पैसा बचेगा गुड प्रॉब्लम टू सॉल्व. डिविडेंड बढ़ाएंगे या बाईबैक करेंगे, कुछ तो करेंगे. कंपनी में रख के एफडी तो नहीं बनाएंगे.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Vikas Singh from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity and congratulations on a very good set of numbers in a difficult time. So my first question pertains to the fact that you said a lot of HRC capacity is coming in India. So will this facilitate you to gain more market share because of the price gap differential coming down, or there is still a leg room that you get incremental discounts from the steel mills to fetch margin? So which should be the better way to utilize this opportunity?
First, both of the way, देखिए जितना कैपेसिटी इंडिया में आ गया है, अगर इतना डिमांड ग्रोथ होना चाहिए और अभी कैपेसिटी सब रैंप अप हो रहा है, तो दिस इज गुड कि देखिए एक तो मे बी दे हिट द सेकेंडरी टू सेल दिस टाइप ऑफ मटेरियल. जितना वॉल्यूम मटेरियल डेफिनेटली सेकेंडरी को हिट करेंगे. नंबर 2, वी आर द लार्जेस्ट बायर, तो थोड़ा बहुत हमको भी बेनिफिट तो मिलना ही चाहिए.
So is there a more scope to get the benefit out of this overcapacity situation?
हमारा फोकस है कि जितना भी करके सेकेंडरी को हिट करके इंडियन मार्केट को प्राइमरी स्टील पर लाया जाए. वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन दैट.
Noted. So my second question pertains to some of your competitors, basically, though smaller in size, hadn't seen any volume growth because they didn't have the capacity. They are also primary producers now. Now, going forward, they would have the capacity, basically, cumulatively about 1 million tons. So how should we look the primary competitive segment competitive scenario? Because you are saying that you are focusing on profitability but would grow the volume. Both can't go hand in hand, right? In case of, since the demand is not that great, you yourself said.
बस हम कंप्यूटर पर उतना दिमाग ही नहीं लगाते आजकल. टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक है कि कौन क्या करेगा. हम अपनी स्ट्रेटेजी पर ही काम कर रहे हैं कि हाउ टू वी हैव टू डू. तो हम उसके लिए नए नए एरिया में जा रहे हैं. अगर आप देखोगे तो हम अपने सिंपल कॉम्पिटिटिव आइटमों में कोई कैपेसिटी या कोई हम कैपेसिटी बिल्डअप ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. सब न्यू टाइप ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, न्यू टाइप ऑफ एरिया, सब डिफरेंट टाइप से हम बिल्डअप कर रहे हैं. तो आई डोंट रियली आई डोंट कंपेयर कि उससे कि कौन कितना लगाए. जब कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगा तो उस समय देखेंगे. मेरा कॉस्ट इतना कम है, आई एम द लोएस्ट कॉस्ट प्रोड्यूसर इन द वर्ल्ड. जिस समय तो कोई ऐसा लड़ाई होगा तो होगा, प्राइस वॉर होगा तो होगा, बट टुडे दूर दूर तक ऐसा नजर नहीं आ रहा है.
Noted, sir. Noted. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Udit from Yes Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you for taking my questions and congratulations on a great set of numbers. So we clearly understand that you all have been gaining market share. Just if you can throw some light in terms of the new uses that have been coming up, is that also aiding to your volume growth? And if so, then which sectors, from where are you getting that incremental demand?
So there are two areas where we are working on. Number one is new markets, like international markets we worked upon, right? And now we are going to work on eastern markets. So eastern markets and international markets, they are giving us additional volume. And in terms of new applications, yes, our products in the heavy construction with the launch of 1,000 dia tube, and also some of the products for the renewable sector, where we are able to sell for the structures. So these are the two new applications which have come up and increase our sales volume.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Rest of the questions have been answered. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference back to the management for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, and thanks to Access for hosting us. Look forward to see you next time. Thanks so much.
On behalf of Axis Capital Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us today, and you may now disconnect your lines.